I'm really circling back to the religiosity of everything. I'm really fascinated by this. Like, why have they swung so hard in that direction? I thought like last season was an anomaly because they were going for this
Angel metaphor. Yeah, and
angel metaphor.
Pike is
a man
redemption.
of
Yeah.
faith,
Yeah.
and Burnham is more of a practical whatever science.
Remember when Pike said he was a man of faith in that one episode?
Yeah. I can't wait till they bring that up all the time on Strange New World. What's that? They're never going to do that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like, why? What is it? Why do they keep swinging so far into this religious nature of stuff? You know, it's like we were joking. We had watched for Rotten Heart Picture Show. We had watched Wreck, and then you and I had watched. The three of us had watched The Platform, which are both Spanish movies.
Yeah.
And I was joking. I was like, you can tell it's a Spanish movie because in the last like half an hour, it gets really Catholic. Despite what the setup is, there's always like a big influx of Catholicism because it's so prevalent in the culture.
Yeah.
And it's just so weird that in Star Trek, which is by and large a fairly agnostic at best.
Yeah. Secular.
Secular. I would say agnostic based on, you know, you get your Pa Wraiths and your Bajoran gods and stuff.
Sure.
Like
DS9 tried it. Well, yeah, the cultures around it can have faith or something, but it's largely more grounded in terms of the main characters, or it usually is. Certainly enough for Kira and stuff like that.
And then for some reason, when you get to Discovery, it's just like faith this and belief that and priests and orbs and shit. And I just don't understand angels, revelations, signs from higher. I just don't understand it. It doesn't fit for me with what Star Trek generally is supposed to be.
Yeah. I just think it's a new writing generation, and I know people disagree with me. They're like, there's a 37-year-old writer on this who's practically a baby boomer, and so he therefore he's canceled it all out.
Well, but even there though, it's like if you think about it as like a younger generation, they say that at least America is more secular than it's ever been.
But what they've done is that, in my opinion, the younger generations and these younger writers don't have an experience basis to attribute to things. So what they do is they know that there are themes that they are out there. They know that there is a sanctimonious moral judgment out there that they know they're supposed to live up to. It's this whole anti-racism thing. It's this whole sort of like, there is a right path and there's a wrong path, right? There's like, you are either racist or you're anti-racist. The problem is they can't explain why that is the case. They can't they know it has to be that way. They know that that's the right path. They know that things are the way they are. They know, like, look at the political Twitter election. So much of my feed is just, you're never going to convince the other side. They're just pure fucking evil. You can't, like, don't even bother talking to them. It's just, you're going to work out. The thing is that they have a mindset that is unnuanced and not interrogative of what they think. And they aren't interested in why it takes things to think this way or what are the reasons or rational explanations. So when you do that, what you end up with is a very hollow version of faith. It is the trappings of faith without even the deep belief system as to like why it betters you or anything like that, or why you think it's important to feel this way, or what religion brings to you. It's just the cloaks and the smoking pot thing that they wave around when they walk around, and the names of stuff like that. And it's all empty. It's empty, empty, empty. And they think it means something and they think it's profound, but they can't justify why they feel that way. And I think it's just a poison in the culture at large at this point. And this show represents that by constantly mentioning Starfleet and the Federation in the same breath that some people would mention God or Jesus Christ or Allah or things like that. Yeah. It's just this breathless, we need to find the path back to that. And once we do, everything will be better. and it's all good. And it's not, there's no questioning that path. There's no questioning of why we need to do this. There's no questioning where the Federation stands at this point, why anything like this would be interesting. Do we need the Federation? What's the Federation done for the past 1,000 years? DS9 tried to do stuff like that. Enterprise occasionally will try to say things like that. Discovery's just, it's not interested in that kind of storytelling. It's too bad.
It's honestly kind of the most Roddenberry aspect of the show, don't you think?
It is, yes, because Roddenberry was a cult leader, basically, yes. And so it's his pie in the sky vision. It's written by the acolytes of Roddenberry, who while he was dying, he couldn't quite get all of his thoughts out on paper, so they had to fill in the blanks with it. And I think they've done a bad job. They like what he's saying, but they don't understand why he thought that way.